it vibrate?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
did it vibrate? Do you want me to show you proof that it vibrates?
Sure.
Hello, princess. You doing, princess? Good morning. It's like how I talk to my cats.
I deep dove on you today.
Oh.
Know a lot about you now.
Oh, shit. All right.
I have some deep cuts.
Oh, man.
I also found there was a website with your address on it that I sent Jeff. I was like, I think I just found a website with your address on it. And he was like, that's the old address. And I was like, oh, thank God. Okay.
What? How did it know? What?
I don't know. It was the most random website I've ever seen. I don't even know what the purpose of the website was. It was almost like white pages, but
That's so crazy.
But the tagline, it wasn't professional enough to be white pages because it was like cosplayer extraordinaire Stella Chuu, and I was like, wait, what is this?
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. You found all that stuff about... What else did you find about me?
Some of it's a surprise. I want the live react.
All right.
Can't spoil it. Okay. Yay, welcome.
Yay, I'm welcomed.
Thank you for being my first guest.
It's so difficult to get here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's not like we both work here.
In the same building every day.
Same building.
Woo. I'm not here 10 hours a day.
Yeah, in
Against my
fact,
will.
you were here all day, went home to put makeup on and came right back.
Actually, yeah. When you came through the door, I was like, oh yeah, I have a podcast today.
I'm like in makeup.
Yeah.
In a whole
I'm looking
outfit.
at him like, should I put on makeup? And you're like, uh-huh.
I would never say that to you, Stella. Well,
Am I your first episode?
yeah, the very first one.
I'm your first episode.
Yeah, that's why I'm freaking out. Just hung up all of our gadgets
Dress down.
an hour ago.
Dress down. See, I wore my pajamas here.
That's the point.
It's also my uniform.
I didn't adhere to the dress code.
Yeah.
Actually.
Next time you should wear
Next time
like
I should
the
be in
comfiest
pajamas.
thing.
Yeah, this is our pilot. Well, welcome. Thanks for doing this. I have you down here as the master of every crafting skill, the host of Stella Transforms, and the Cabedon extraordinaire.
Okay. Yeah. That
Do you
sounds
feel like
about
that
right.
accurately depicts who you are as a
Yeah,
person?
you know what? Yeah, that does. Like, I want to someday. Not now,
Mhm.
but someday. I want my tagline to be the horniest person you know.
I feel like you're getting there. I mean, with the recent JVIC, like, explosion, you're really solidifying that.
It like outed me a little bit because I kind of kept that side of my life not like on the surface. It's just kind of like if you dug far enough, you'd find it.
Right.
But now it's out in the open, and everyone knows that I read fan fiction
Yeah.
all the time, and I collect a lot of fan art and SFW fan art.
Mhm. As I was deep diving today, I came across a fanfic of Will Neff and Baby No Money that was inspired by you.
What?
It actually said inspired by Stella Chuu and her cosplays. It was on AO3. I have to find it. I can go back and look
Why
for
haven't
it again.
why haven't they sent this to me? Why haven't they tagged me? Why is it not in my inbox, not in my DMs? I'm really disappointed in the writer. I need to go find this fic now.
I'll get it for you.
Oh my
I'll
god.
find it. It's in my internet history. In fact,
Okay.
the FBI is like, what the fuck?
All right, cool. No, I need to go read this like tonight. And then I'm gonna send it to Will and
You
Baby No
should.
Money.
You should.
Wow.
Okay, so my first question that I have for you is something that you've created a long, long time ago, which is the 5 cosplay questions of doom.
Oh god.
Do you remember what they are?
Yes. How long have you been cosplaying? What's your favorite cosplay? What's your dream cosplay? What got you into cosplay? And Wait, how long did I say how long you've been cosplaying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck, I can't remember the fifth one.
There's one more. You actually got way more than I thought you would. I could only remember 3. I had to go back and look it up.
My least favorite one is the dream cosplay one. Because, like, there's, what do you want me to say? A giant robot? It's always going to be a giant robot then. Or if it's something tangible, I've already made it. I'm making it tomorrow.
Right. Now I don't remember what you said, but the 5th one I think was if you had unlimited resources.
Yeah, the dream cosplay.
The
dream cosplay.
Right.
No, wait, the 5th one has got to be, what got you into cosplay? How long you been cosplaying?
Mm-hmm.
What was your first cosplay?
Yes.
That's what it was. What was your first cosplay?
And then I was going to ask you which one was your least favorite, but you just answered the dream cosplay one.
Yeah.
That's also my least favorite one. Because I also was like, well, if I wanted to make it eventually, I would just make it. It would just come to be one day. Yeah.
My dream cosplay is to make giant robots and stuff.
Right. Mine is Sarah Kerrigan from StarCraft, but like Broodmother, wings,
Queen of Thorns.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Blades. Queen of Blades.
Yeah. Yes.
In my head, I was like, Queen of Thorns sounds great. No, it's Queen of Blades. Yeah.
Right. I've learned so much about you today. So you were a graphic designer before you cosplayed. Yeah. I didn't know that about you, and we've been friends for a long time.
I was in corporate for a really long time, like 6 years before I decided that I wanted to pursue cosplay as a career. Mm-hmm. And I climbed that corporate ladder. I was cutthroat.
I bet.
It was such a great time. But I was also a really bad graphic designer in hindsight.
Really?
I think about my designs, I'm like, it wasn't very good. I wasn't very good at it. But I got paid money, so it worked out.
I love that for you.
Yeah. When I was in college, I wanted to be a sculpting major. And then I realized that they were going to make any money. Like, sculpture majors don't make any money. There's like, literally, I have no idea what sculpture majors become besides fine artists. And so I ended up going to graphic design because I thought, oh man, I'll make money off this. And then I did. I did because it was during the boom of like app design era, and there's no one understood how much money to pay app design people, so there's just so much money in it. But yeah, eventually I started doing cosplay and going to cons all over the country and stuff, and eventually I realized that if I took those 40 hours at my job, I could convert it into extra income through cosplay, and I just kind of did that.
And then you get to be your own boss.
Yeah, and I have not been able to do a regular human job ever since. I really can only work for myself.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it, honestly. I was thinking about it earlier, like, what if I just don't want to do that today? I would just have to. That's crazy.
Yeah, and the idea of somebody yelling at me for doing something wrong, I couldn't handle it.
Same. Honestly, same.
Yeah, I can handle the internet being mad at me, but I can't handle like a boss named Karen coming down my throat. I mean, wait.
Well, speaking of, I'm kidding. Okay, so you started making cosplays. You started having that as your full-time job, but I would also consider you the go-to to making other people cosplays as well. You've made cosplays for a ton of people now. Most recently, bbno Money and Will Neff, but Shroud and Saikuno. Did any of those cosplays stand out to you as like things that you weren't expecting to look incredible and then did, or did like something crazy happen?
I mean, my memory is like of a fish, so I can only remember the last 4 costumes I've made for people. But yeah, the thing with bbno Money blew up way bigger than I ever anticipated. It is probably the most viral costume I've ever worked on, and like all the credit to him because he spent so much energy prepping his audience for the hype of it that when it finally happened, there was like 40,000 people on his stream tuning in. I was like, what the fuck? That was crazy. So that blew my mind. I don't know, man. It was I only had a week to make it, and I had to hire so many people to help me finish it and everything, including you. It was really nuts, dude. I like looking back on it, it was like a fever dream. I don't know how we were able to pump out those costumes so fast, and I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do it again in the future, because like in the middle of it, it was just, I like wanted to break down because it was like so much work. It was so hard. I mean, I got enough sleep, but like the peace of mind was not there.
Right. I mean, you crushed it. I was there for a little bit of the shoot, and there were people in Will Neff's chat, like, Stella is running this like the army. It was so funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm like,
good.
yeah. No, okay, good. Now do it again.
Yeah, I mean, the fan service was there. You delivered.
Yo, man, if there's anything I'm good at, it is fan service. Not
Right.
me providing it, but me directing other people to do fan service. I know exactly what I want. I'm the demographic. I sub to the Patreons. I know what sells. So come hire me to direct your fan service shoot.
You crushed it. And I feel like the internet has been feral ever since. It trickled down. There were people who were even commenting on my stuff, being like, I heard you made the brace. And I was like, what do you mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It like blew up.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite parts about that was that I was able to credit everyone who participated, and the fans were so excited to like celebrate and find each person who helped out. And that made me so excited because I realized in the last, I don't know, however long social media has kind of been this thing, like there's a lot of people who don't credit other people.
Yes.
And as a creator, I've done that so many times. And in the moment when I was working on all of this, I realized like, no, I absolutely need to credit absolutely everyone who is on this, like even peripherally, even people who inspired me, because I couldn't handle like just how much was given. You know, like it just felt like this was such a gift, you know, the whole JVIC community coming together, like loving what we created. And I was like, I don't want to hold all of this. I want to spread it out. And I want every person who was involved to feel like they were a part of it so that we can be this little party together.
Yeah.
It felt so good.
It's so nice. That type of, the fans who love the thing and are so sweet are the best. It makes the cosplaying so much more fun.
Yeah,
right.
It really does. It made me like it's like this is the dragon I always chase for cosplay. It's like knowing that everyone who sees it is like, you know. I'm never gonna get that vibe like crazy type ever again. Like what do I do? What do I make next?
Well, I think that once in a while it's good that those like highs hit the way that they hit, right? Because it makes the rest of it worth it, I think.
Yeah,
it
really does. So fun.
So the JVIC fandom is something that you were a part of long before the cosplay.
Yep.
I heard a story about you going into the nail salon, printing out a bunch of photos and asking them to draw the arcane art onto your nails.
Yeah.
How did that go?
My nail tech girl has been doing cool nail art on me for like a year and a half now, if not 2 years. And she looked at the art and was like, I don't think I can do that.
You stumped her.
I can't do this. She handed it back to me. I'm like, like my nails were being like filed down. I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? I have to look for new designs. So I ended up like finding a bunch of new designs. So these 4 are just based on whatever you find on the internet. But this, I was like adamant. I'm like, okay, but can you make his collarbone at least? At the very least, make his collarbone. So these are his collarbone.
Beautiful.
But I mean, I just like nail art a lot, and I torture my nail techs. Period. That's it. That's the end of the sentence.
Some might say help them grow.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I pay them a lot of money. I do not get discounts on these. I kind of feel like should I go
so much business to them. Though.
I know. I'm like, should I go find another nail salon who won't charge me so much? They charge me so much. Like, it's understandable though. It's understandable.
Maybe they're trying to get you out of there.
Oh shit.
I'm kidding. I don't want to give you a complex. Oh no.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I have this idea for a TikTok in which, you know, the operatic song that's like dun 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 dun.
You going into the nail salon.
And I'm going into the nail salon in slow motion, like flipping my hair, and then all the nail techs look towards me and it's like they're like running like over themselves, like
dripping.
trying to hide
Like a
in the
chair
back,
fly.
like throwing things on top of themselves to hide them. Yeah, that's my dream. I want to make that TikTok.
That's funny. I hope you do. I'll help you.
Yeah. We'll go in next time and be like, hi, I know you're busy, but
Trying to run a business, however. Content.
I'll tip you.
So the Javik fandom is a big BL thing, but that's not your first BL thing. You also have a BL podcast.
Oh, yeah, I do. I keep forgetting that exists. I keep forgetting to promote it. Yeah, I have a podcast called BL HQ with me and Jenny Belly, and we've been doing it for about two and a half years now, maybe. And we started it because both of us are super into Chinese BL, which is like this brand new category that only kind of cropped up during the pandemic. We talk about these books that are written by this one author. She wrote 3 series and they're all fucking amazing. In fact, one of them was so good that it changed Chinese like media, and there's a bunch of new laws that had to be enforced because they were too gay.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
So this book called Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation also made into a TV show called The Untamed. The TV show became so popular, the government had to put a ban on pretty boys and stuff on TV.
Shut up.
Yeah. Like,
that's great.
It like trickled down into also Archive of Our Own, banned in China because of this TV show. There's so much trickle down effect from this TV show because they were just so good at being beautiful gay guys. They were so good at it. To this day, those 2 guys, there's like posters in just malls in China that I saw that's just like shipping them together to this day. Like the show came out in 2019. And it's changed the course of Chinese history.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all.
It's insane that happened. Like, it had so much cultural impact. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff we talk about.
I didn't know that it was possible to be too gay.
And they never even kissed. They never kissed. They embraced, but not in a romantic way. They embraced because one of them was dying and the other one had to hold him. And he was like, I'm bleeding. Like...
Is that considered too gay?
Like the editor was like, I got you, and he like longingly will like zoom in on his face. He's like looking off at him, and you zoom in on his face, looking at him, and zooming in on everyone else standing in the room is like, hello, hello, guys, are you gonna kiss?
But that's the same with Javik. So is it like the longingness of it? Like they shouldn't kiss for it to be?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so the best, most shippable characters in media are the ones who don't actually get together. This is like actually a thing. Like the most popular BLs, the guys never kiss. The most popular lesbian show, like, you know, the girls never kiss. But that is why Caitlin and Vi don't have a huge feral following.
Yeah.
But Time Bomb with Echo and Jinx has a huge following. And it's because it's a tragic love story and people prefer those.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, oh, they have to die a couple of times before the fans actually care about them.
I did notice that the Vi and Caitlin hype was way lower for the second season than it was. It was crazy for season 1 of Arcane.
Once there's a payoff, people don't care. For some reason, it's something psychological about it. And it's because we, as fans, experience like the pain and we want to share the pain with others. But as soon as there's like a resolution, we're like, oh, there's no more pain, so I don't have to think about it anymore. Yeah. And so the fact that they ended the story with Victor and Jace like just exploding into the cosmos, like, you don't know. Did they live? Did they get teleported? Are they in a different universe? Like, who knows? Did they actually resolve their feelings? They didn't say that they did. He didn't say I love you. He just said, in all timelines and all possibilities, only you can show me this.
Only that. No, just that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then we might never know then, because
my fanfiction
Arcane is over.
All of my spicy fanfiction knows. Yes. I was just reading one before I came here.
Oh, yeah?
But did you know that you can turn your phone into a AI reader where it just like reads back to you?
No.
So you can turn a web page. You can download a PDF from Archive of Our Own and then import it into Natural Reader, and you can get it to read it to you in a British voice. And you can listen to it on your AirPods, and you can go grocery shopping while listening to what a 19-year-old college student wrote on her summer vacation.
Have you ever had something playing and then it connect to like the speaker of your phone and play in public?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How did that
1,000
go?
times. So
Okay.
many. This happens very often because it was so buggy for a long time, and now like they figured it out and stuff. But yeah, it happened a lot where like, oh no, boop, and then you're just sucking on his dingling, yeah.
Oh.
I don't even remember how people reacted, but
I was
have
gonna
no
say,
shame.
did anybody like turn and look or anything?
I have no shame. I have nothing to be ashamed. I talk about the fact that I read BL on a podcast for people to listen to.
Right. So speaking of BL, you are obsessed with a certain app, Love in Deep Space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering of your 5 boyfriends who you like the most and why.
So I like Silas the most. Love in Deep Space is this game in which you can spend money for these 5 guys to love you very, very much.
Right.
And did you know it tracks your period now, so they can talk to you about your period?
No.
They can talk to you like, oh, you're on your period. You should rest. I made you some ginger tea.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry. You lay in bed today, baby girl. You're my princess.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, this game is predatory on my wallet. I have spent way too much money on it.
I thought you were going to say womb.
On my womb.
and your
Predatory on my
wallet.
womb. I'm pregnant. It's his plural.
So which one is Silas?
Silas is the guy with the white hair, silver hair. He's a mafia lord and a dragon.
Oh.
And he can teleport. That's his power. He has a pet crow, and he has 2 twins who like follow him around as his lackeys. He's the leader of this like mafia group, and he can buy you anything you want. He can buy you an arcade because you guys play crane games together. So you like crane games, I can buy you an arcade. He buys you dresses for every occasion. Like, he has so much money. It's nice. He treats you as a queen. He's not. You're not the princess. You're the queen. He's like, you can kick my ass, please.
I read that he was like the meanest of all of them. Silas, would you consider him?
There's a new guy who just joined the chat, and his name is Caleb. He's your childhood friend who is now a colonel in the fleet. You thought he died at the beginning of the story because there was an explosion that killed him and your grandma. And then suddenly, just last week, there was a new update, and he came into play and was like, I didn't die, but I had to go into recovery. I lost my arm. It's a robot now. And also, it vibrates.
No.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
But it does. But it does. You know what? The fans are like, no, it vibrates. But it does. It does. It totally does. It totally
Okay,
vibrates.
I think it's canon that it does.
It's a robot arm. Why wouldn't it vibrate?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it vibrate? Do you want me to show you proof that it vibrates?
Sure. Do you have proof that it vibrates? Accessible proof? Just have that on deck.
I do have it on deck. I have it on deck right here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You have to zoom into you have to zoom into it. You have to zoom into the sound effects that are happening in the folds.
Is this in the game or is this fan art?
It's fan art. It's from Saki
okay.
Michan, if you remember her. Her Patreon has changed to Saki Men's because it's all guys who are the main characters. And
What does that say?
You're the female character.
What does Okay. All right. It's canon. That's canon.
So yeah. So the thing about Caleb, the reason to answer your question of like who's like the meanest or whatever, he locks you up inside the military base in the sky and says you can't leave. And you're like, why can't I leave? He's like, I'm going to protect you and make sure nothing happens to you. I'm going to protect you from yourself. I'm going to make sure that if you don't want to live here, then I can go build you the same house we grew up in with a huge garden that's a maze, and you will just never want to leave ever. We'll just live there together.
Huh?
Yeah, no, he actually says this. It's canon. He is.
So he's
a little
weirdo?
bit crazy.
Okay.
He loves you so much, he's crazy.
And this is for people who like when people are obsessed with them?
Yes. I've already spent $30.
Are those people okay?
Am I okay?
Are
I
you
don't know.
okay?
After this interview, if any psychologists are out there, am I okay?
Breaking news. Is Stella Chuu okay? Okay. I found something that I'd love to ask you about. I found a event called Striptease is Magic that goes on in New York. Are you familiar with the show Striptease is Magic?
Wait, is it? No, have I ever performed in a show called Striptease is Magic?
Yes.
I don't remember this. Of all the names of shows, for some reason I don't remember that one.
Well, it's My Little Pony themed.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, you're right. It is. Okay, so it was D20 Burlesque, wasn't it? It was hosted by D20 Burlesque.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was the name of the show, Striptease is Magic. Now I remember it.
Do you remember which character you were?
I was Pinkie Pie.
Nice.
Yup. And I danced to a song by, what was his name? Andy something. It was like one of his party songs, but it was only 1 minute and 30 seconds long. So it was the fastest burlesque
You have
act.
To like speed run?
I sped run it.
Speed run your burlesque
I sped
show?
run it. My burlesque act. It was really fun to do. So yes, I come out as Pinkie Pie. There's a ton of balloons on me. I pop all of the balloons.
Oh my god, that's super fun.
I want to say I think I like popped them between my legs as well, and then I may have smashed it into a person's face. Whatever I did, there was like a lot of interaction. I always do very interactive burlesque, where there's a lot of audience involvement and stuff. And at the very end, my pasties have magnets on them, so I pull out sparklers and I magnetize them to my pasties, and then I light the sparklers on fire.
In 1.5 minutes?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. What? So I'll tell you, I found an article it was a review of a ton of different burlesque shows. And it had like 2 sentences on you, and it said Stella Chuu was great as Pinkie Pie in Burlesque is Magic. And it said you had fireworks on your boobs. And I assumed that it was pasties. But that's crazy.
I definitely fire-coded, violated that room. I never asked for permission of whether or not I could light those. It's just sparklers.
Yeah.
It's probably fine.
Sure. I think so. I think it's worth it.
God, that was fun.
So you did burlesque before you did cosplay.
Yes.
Right?
About the same time, in tandem, I would say. I started doing burlesque the same year that I started attending cons to do cosplay. I used to go to cons all the time, not in cosplay, because I was president of the anime club. And it was like one of our club activities was just go to anime cons.
One of us. One of us.
Yeah.
Were you making cosplays and then also making your burlesque outfits?
I was trying to, but looking back on it, there was like not a lot of information about how to build costumes. So a lot of it was cobbled together. Like not necessarily hot glue and duct tape, but definitely like just not well made, not well fitted, not well made. And I had to learn very quickly how to make costumes that lasted, because I would throw them around on stage, right? Like you had to like bust them up and stuff, so they couldn't explode on stage. They had to fit, they had to look sexy. You can't just like throw on something that kind of look, so it was like learning how to make things look good and last long. And it was like a crash course. Yeah cosplays, a lot of cosplays are just thrown on to get through one day and then never to be worn again, or at least just to be repaired before you wear them again. I couldn't imagine making something meant to last a very, very, very long time. Yeah, and sometimes not even to be washed, because burlesque costumes, you can't really wash them. Yeah. They're covered in rhinestones. They're covered in fringe. Right. Yeah. Feathers. You can't wash those. Right. So how do you go about cleaning those? Or do you just not? I don't think I really did. I think I just maybe occasionally would wash them, but I don't specifically remember having a routine. Right. Like where it's like today's my wash day. Here's all of my garments. It was more like, I pulled it out of a bag.
I honestly have never done that either, but I have seen videos where people take like watered down
vodka.
Yeah, and spray it and then put little dry cleaner sheets on there. And I'm not that prepared in my life.
Yeah, I really hope no one smells me at cons.
I know, same.
Don't do it.
So another thing that I found a long time ago on the internet was one cosplay a week.
Oh my god.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I don't know why I did that. I don't know. Okay, so that was when I first moved to California. And for some reason, I wanted to do one cosplay a week on stream. And I wanted to build not only build the costume, but also make tutorials to like put on my Etsy. So if you look at my Etsy, a lot of the patterns were from that one cosplay a week thing. And this was like 4 years ago. So a lot of these patterns now suck. And I still got people messaging me being like, hey, so like, can you explain why this doesn't fit together correctly? And I'd be like, no. Bye.
Oh no.
I don't know, man. I have to go through. I was just talking to my husband about it today because he helps me manage my Etsy, make sure that like I don't get taken down for being a shitty Etsy seller. And he's like, yeah, like, you know, whenever there's messages, I just try my best to, you know, make it work. And I'm like, yeah, I really need to revamp all these patterns. They suck. Like they do really suck.
But suck to you, I feel like is still good, just not great. I feel like
I'll send you one of my old patterns and you let me know if it's more instructions needed.
Sure. I used one of your patterns.
Really?
When did I? For the Bakugo gauntlets. I used your pattern.
Give me your honest opinion out of 5 stars.
It was good. It was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. So it was
a 3.
No, it came out good.
Yeah,
it came out good.
Okay, good.
I think I messed it up because when I glued it all on together, the base of it was perfect, but the like rivets on the top, or not rivets, but the foam like blocks on top that were the like grenade texture, I glued them upside down. So they were going out instead of going in on top. And that's on me. But everything else was great about the pattern. Yeah. I think you killed it.
Okay,
personally.
That's good. That's good at least.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
So you started with graphic design. You did burlesque and cosplay at the same time. President of the anime club. And then one cosplay a week on stream when you moved. And then how did you get started into Stella Transforms? Because that, I feel like, has become your big brand on top of everything else that you already do.
This one company called Caffeine TV was trying to be a like Twitch competitor back in the day, and they were bought out by Fox, so they had a lot of budget, but the company itself like didn't really know what it was doing. They tried their best, but one girl who worked there, her name is Chloe She asked around to friends, and our mutual friend Kenson was like, oh yeah, I know a girl named Stella Chuu who does some streaming, maybe you should reach out to her. So Chloe reached out to me. She was like, hi, like, we want to like work with you to stream on this platform. I want to discuss something maybe like bigger or whatever. So like we just started off like maybe 1 year I was streaming like just on the platform and whatever. But she was like, okay, we've been streaming on this for a while. I really want to figure out a way to make this even bigger because we're getting so much budget from Fox, being bought out by Fox, get that big corporate money. She came up with the idea that like, what if I made costumes for other people and like brought in all these guests from other platforms because they can't stream on Caffeine, but I can stream on Caffeine. So if I brought in these like big people, like how, you know, like do it, right? And I'm like, I don't know any of these people. I don't know who they are. Like I follow them, but like I don't personally know them. And so she's like, okay, I'll bridge that gap. So because you know she can reach out to these people, and so I managed to work with like people like Offline TV. That's how I met King Vader. Who else? Like a bunch of other like YouTubers and streamers, because she put together this show for me. The first person that I made a costume for that she like kind of tested this on was Lily Pichu. She wanted to cosplay from Fire Emblem. And so I made a costume for Lily Pichu. And I thought that was like kind of insane because I followed her for so many years. And making a costume for somebody else who's not your, like, she was similar to my size, but she wasn't my size.
Right.
Was kind of crazy. I had to like teach myself so much. I had to like learn so much about sewing, like props and everything. And the TV sorry, not TV show, but the show was also a one cosplay a week type of situation. So I would get like 1 month in advance to get started on each of the people that we booked. And every week I'd move on to the next person down the row to like finish that costume. And looking back on it, I really wish I could have gotten more lead time because a lot of the costumes were partially bought and props were made for it, or like I would like enhance a costume that I like that was pre-bought and stuff. So a lot of some of the costumes were like, that doesn't quite look right on that person, but I guess it's fine. We'll just figure it out like on the spot. And nowadays, like, because like from that, I learned so much about how to make costumes for other people and what is like acceptable. Because as a cosplayer, I'm like, yes, hot glue together is fine. Let's go. But to make something for someone else, I don't feel good unless like all the seams are finished. Pressed seams. All of the props are like, you can take them apart so you can store them, make them like foolproof so that they don't break, which is funny because the Baby No Money staff broke.
I was here.
That wasn't my fault. I watched the video. It was Chat's fault. Chat sat down on the staff and the staff snapped. So
wait, what happened?
The guy holding Chat. He had so it's Chat's fault.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Chat was so heavy. There's literally thousands
there were too many
of them.
Yeah,
and they sat down on the staff, and the staff broke. So it's Chat's fault.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I thought you were talking about in the workshop when you went to glue the hammer together.
Dude, that was insane.
Yeah, I know.
I almost had a fucking panic attack about that. So you were here. We were trying to insert the rod into the hammerhead, and the hammerhead is 15 pounds worth of 3D printed filament. And I was like so freaked out the whole time. And so, sometimes you just put glue on something and you shove it in and it's fine. But this time the glue decided to set immediately on contact. And I'm like, you motherfucking bitch. So the pole wasn't even all the way in. And I was like pushing, and then we were pulling, and then we were trying to, all this kind of stuff. And it was like the most distressing thing. And the paint job on the hammer hadn't even cured, so fingerprints were like all over. It was like the worst thing. It was I was so sad. It was like 11 p.m. as well, like the day before the shoot.
And I remember you were like, oh, we're almost done. I can't wait. I'm gonna get so much sleep tonight. It's gonna be so good. We're gonna be done on time, plenty of time. Yeah,
but it worked out. It was fine. Yeah.
You ended up adding some stuff to it and then painting because you couldn't get it out, right?
Yeah. So I couldn't get it out. So we just painted the rest of the rod. And you also have to seal it because I've learned people aren't careful with props. They're and they're just going to come right off. So I have to seal everything afterwards.
Right.
Yeah. There's so many of my props. I'm like, I don't fucking seal it. I just fucking go to the con and let scratches happen.
Yeah.
Who cares? I can fix it later. But for clients, I have to completely finish with so many D's at the end of it. Oh my God.
That's why I've always been really scared to make anything for anyone that isn't me. I've never done it before because I know my process for myself, and I just know that it's going to be so completely different to do it on somebody else. The measurements, the like things to look out for, like there's just so much extra stuff.
There's so much stuff. I've learned about how to measure drafting garments and how to measure them for another person. That's a whole thing, dude.
Really?
Like even stretchy costumes. And then like if there's somebody who's like extremely different body type from mine, I still am not confident in that. I still need them to come in and like try it on and stuff. Yeah.
How many times do you like people to come in and try stuff on?
Twice.
Twice.
That usually, on average, is 0.
Never. They don't. So what do you bring to the shoot to like adjust on the fly? Do you anything?
Because I finish all my seams, it's really hard to adjust anything. I mean, I bring safety pins. But yeah, the majority of costumes, man, because I finished, they're completely finished. Like even like straps, I'll fucking put craft foam on top of my straps so that they will be sealed in. You can't even rip them out. Right. So yeah, there's been a lot of times where I'm like, well, that's just how it's going to look, bro. Sorry. Because it's finished.
But it's beautiful, right? Like the whole cosplay is beautiful. You just made Galacta?
Yeah.
For B-Nans.
And I made Winter Soldier for Shroud. Yo, she looked so good in it.
It looked so good. That's my favorite one you've ever done, actually. Yeah, the photos just came out. Martin crushed it. You crushed it. Oh, costume looks so good.
Dude, I'm so happy with that costume. It looks so cute on her. It was perfect. And I'm making it for myself right now. So I actually just got a DM from somebody who's like, can you just make me the helmet? Because I kind of want one. I haven't answered back. I don't know if I have time to.
Yeah. Was that all foam? Mostly foam?
I did 3D print the ring that floats around her head, and then the earpieces are also 3D printed. But the rest of it is all foam. Yeah. Because I needed it to be lightweight.
Wild. Oh, right, because it's on her head.
It's very heavy.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I really hope no one 3D prints that. Because I've seen a file online. I'm like, but no one better be 3D printing that. That would be so heavy.
Your neck is huge afterward.
Yeah.
Do you... how did you get into 3D modeling? Because I've seen you 3D model. I have never 3D modeled anything. I've tried. It's really difficult. And a lot of people assume that you just grab, like not you in particular, but people just grab files offline. That's what I usually do. But you can model them yourself.
Yeah, I learned how to model on Fusion 360 and I love it. I also, when I was in college, I took a bunch of 3D modeling classes for like 3D animation. So I understood it from like a academic level at least. And I was able to jump into like Fusion 360 pretty easily because I kind of already understood like the basics of it. So I had a little bit of an advantage, but I would say that there's still like so many people online who make 3D models and I just buy them. Like what? I can buy a model for $10 instead of modeling for 5 hours. Like 5 hours of my time is way more than $10, right?
Right. Yeah.
So a lot of the time I will just buy these models, and I would like to work with some more 3D modelers in the future, but one of my problems is that people order cosplays from me and they expect it in 2 weeks, and no 3D modeler with self-respect is going to give me a 3D model in 3 days so that I can make it in 1.5 weeks.
Right.
I've tried before. And actually most recently for the Victor staff, I messaged Spearmaster and was like, hey, can you just adjust your model real quick for me so I can like do it like this? And he's like, yep, here you go. Boom. I was like, thank fucking God.
Nice.
Thank God.
How long do you think is a good time for somebody to give you to order a cosplay from you, essentially?
Ideally, if they want it like on a deadline, I would like 2 months in advance. A lot of people will give me like no deadline, which is fantastic. I have actually like about 5 or 6 costumes that have no deadline right now, and they're like, dude, on your own time. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. But yeah, a lot of costumes end up being like 3 weeks. The Javik one was 1 week, and that's insane. The only reason I said yes was because I love Javik so much. I would not have said yes had it been anything else. Yeah, I would like 2 months if possible. But also, like, man, I was telling myself 2025, I'm gonna make content for myself. I'm gonna do costumes for myself. I'm gonna set all these goals. I'm gonna do more YouTube, do more long form videos, and then within the first month,
weeks. How long did you make it?
It's not even.
How many cosplays
have you? 4 fucking costumes already in 1 month.
The end of January.
Oh my God.
4 big ones too.
Yeah,
not just like 4 like links or like something. It's
still something simple. Okay, I also helped my friend with a like a party costume. He texted me the night before and was like, hey, I'm invited to a party that's like angels and demons, and I want to be a biblically accurate angel. And I'm like, all right, come over.
It's like all the eyeballs and stuff.
So I told him to order eyeballs, and so he came, and I didn't even take a picture of it. I should have taken a picture of it. It's 2 strips of like Mobius strips, you know, those like the ring, like a ring around 2 Mobius strips around his head, plus like one down the middle, and then I 3D printed wings to glue to the back of his head, and we painted it and glued everything together, and he was off to his party, and he had wings on his shoulder too. Man, fuck, it was like 1 hour of work. We got it done. It was during the Galactus project, so I'm standing there like working on my Galactus, and I'm like, okay, now you hot glue it this way. Yeah, good. Okay, all right, now you paint it that way. Yeah, good.
You're wild, because I remember like the JVIC stuff being so down to the wire, and then so many people kept asking you. I felt like I was watching a little piece of you die every single time, because you're like, like it's done, it's done, and one by one people would be like, oh, are you so excited that it's over and you get to relax now? And you had to answer I think 3 people asked you just while I was there, and you had to be like, no, I have another one this weekend for Shroud. Crazy.
Which, by the way, he looked so good. You haven't seen pictures yet, have you?
Yeah, I saw the photos of B-Nance.
Okay.
I haven't seen the ones of him.
So Shroud's costume looked so good on him. His arm looks fucking so cool.
Jacked.
And then he turns around to his human arm, and it's not jacked, and it just looks a little goofy. It just makes me giggle, because
so
we understood the assignment that was going to happen. He looks very game accurate from one side.
He can only pose from one direction.
Yeah, we were all laughing about it. It was
That's
fun.
so funny.
His arm looks so jacked.
Oh, you could get him one of those like fake arms.
That's what I should have done.
Fake chests.
I should have done that. I should have been like, by the way, here's a silicone arm we're just gonna slap on you. I should have done that. That would have been perfect. Next time.
Yeah, you should.
I learned so much every single time.
Right. Have you ever worn one of those? The silicone, the fake chest?
I've worn the fake boobies before, and they're so sweaty.
Are they? Oh no.
So sweaty, dude. I'm actually about to use it for another project for Baby No Money.
Another one?
Yeah. He already hit me up for another one. It's out. It's like everyone knows about it.
Oh, nice.
He wants to be Hatsune Miku.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was going to give him boobs. Yeah.
Oh my god, incredible.
Yeah.
Wait, is it like default Miku? Or
Default Miku. Yeah. I figured that would be the best way to get into Miku and stuff. She's a musician. He's a musician, you know.
Yeah.
He writes music for absolutely everything in his life. I learned this about him because he kept sending me songs that he wrote. He sent me the JVIC song he wrote, which is like,
I saw that. That's
so
wild.
funny. Oh my god. It like captures just how fucking weird the JVIC community can be, because we're all kind of like that. We listen to a song, we're like, actually, why does this really kind of feel like us? Like, why does this kind of describe us on a ethereal level? And then I was like, oh, it's Chinese New Year yesterday, because I was like, hey, now I'm texting him. He's just like, I wrote a song for Chinese New Year. And he posted it to Red Note, and he sang it in Chinese.
He sang it in Chinese?
Because apparently he took Chinese when he was younger, and then he also blew up in China when he first became a musician.
Oh my god.
And so he toured around China for a while. There's like people with tattoos of his face on their necks in China. They love him.
What?
Yeah, he's big in China. So now he can can speak a decent amount apparently. And his song is so weird. Him singing in Chinese, but in like a basic way. He's just like, Happy New Year, I love you, baby, no money. But all of this is in Chinese.
In Mandarin? Wow. How does he like? Is the Mandarin good?
It's not bad. I understood it. I didn't need subtitles.
Wow, that's crazy.
Bao Bao 没有钱 is his name. Like Bao Bao baby, 没有 no 钱 money.
Ah, wow. How did it do on Red Note?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I should probably
haven't.
look it up. Damn. He's on every platform now. Today he launched a Tumblr.
Good, honestly.
I don't know why I know so much about him at this point.
Yeah.
I open up my feed and it's all him right now.
It's all him right now for me too, especially because I was like retweeting all of the JVIC stuff.
Yeah, my feed is JVIC, Baby No Money, JVIC and Baby No Money.
Yeah.
All of it.
It was for a solid 3 hours just them kissing in different ways. Like Will Neff and Baby No Money kissing from one direction, from a different angle, at a different time of day. The first time, the next time. It was just my entire feed for hours and hours. It was crazy.
Better that than anything else right now.
Yeah, fan art of it, like everything. It was pretty
It made me
crazy.
so happy. Like being in the moment of the stream and like putting things together, I'm like, this is cool, this is chill. But like afterwards and like looking through all the fan art and all the fan reactions, I was like, if I had been watching this, I would have lost my mind. I would have been screaming, crying, throwing up at my desk watching this stream.
Did they actually kiss?
So many times. They had their tongues down each other's throats. They
made out?
They made out. They made out. It was hot. It was so hot.
I thought they might have been faking
Oh
it.
my god, no, they were like the tongue down throats, dude. It was deep.
Good.
Oh my god, Will Neff is willing to do anything. Have you seen the Will Neff electric chair drop video?
No. Please
Here I
show
go.
me.
Today you thought you were going to be talking about me, but we're actually just talking about people I'm a fan of.
I have had so many incredibly pleasant interactions with Will Neff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think he's the best.
Okay.
I'll jump in. Electric chair drop. I like to stand straight up with a girl on my shoulders and eat her pussy.
Oh no.
That sounds like so.
Wait.
Electric chair drop.
Oh my god. Can the camera see this? Oh my.
Who just walked in the room with no context? Oh my god.
Hassan.
Oh my god.
Wow.
God, that was insane.
That's so good.
Will Neff, what are you doing? And now look
What
at
a
this.
guy. A legend.
Yeah, he's a fucking legend. Now look at this.
They made fan art.
There's so much fan art of this exact piece right now.
Wow. I love the internet.
They did the whole scene and everything. Like oh my god, I
The
love the internet.
electric chair drop.
It's
Wow.
it's incredible. Thank you, internet. Thank you, fan artists.
Yeah.
Thank you, Will Neff, for
Yeah.
being
Thank you, Will
such
Neff.
a. I wish there was a different word to be like a cunty ass boy. Like, I don't know. Like, what do I describe him as? You know, Will Neff will just kiss a guy.
Yeah, incredible. Actually, I don't know the word for it either. Ethereal, almost.
Yeah, he's just like,
Yeah.
he's just transcendent. He's
Yeah.
His inside thoughts are outside thoughts. Let's go.
Yeah. So they gave you 5 days to make the costume.
Mm-hmm. I had, I had 8 days of notice.
Mm.
Day 7 was them being like, okay, we know we want these 2 costumes. And then day 6 was radio silence. And then day 5 was like, okay, here's money. We're signing like whatever. Here's a check.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And then like day 4 was like, we have Will Neff. Because before day 4, we were like, maybe Hassan. Do you know anyone else? Like, do you know anybody? Do you know people? And I'm like, I do. Here's a list. But also, what do you mean? What do you
We don't even have
you
another
know we
person.
don't have Will Neff?
Without Will Neff, I don't think that would have
I agree.
done what it did, honestly.
I agree.
Because he's willing to do everything and he's such a good sport, I think it.
I am a Will Neff fan
Same.
now. He is such a great, nice guy.
Yeah.
He's so willing to do things on stream for content. He'll say yes. Like, he's just so cool. And he's so sweet. And I'm like, this is my first time working on a project with him. Dude, I'll do anything for him now. Anything he wants, I'll say yes. Will Neff, you let me know. You let me know. Anything you need, I got you. Such a G.
Can I get that in writing?
I can write that
Submit
down.
it to him.
Yeah, for sure. Will Neff, anything you need, bro. I got you.
I've only ever had pleasant interactions with him. I feel like there are people, and obviously people have bad days, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes it's hit or miss depending on what's going on. But I have, without fail, 100% of the time, he's only been nothing but the nicest guy
That's
ever. Every time
awesome.
I've ever seen him.
Yes, that's
So
he's great, and
cool.
he always got like really great like drip. What I'm trying to say, he's got great outfits all the time. He's got great style. Last time I saw him at some show, maybe it was the Arcane show, maybe it was something else, but he was wearing this beautiful coat that was like a trench coat, but it was very wide and it had like really pointy shoulders. I'm like, God damn, that's a nice jacket. Like, that's a coat. That's not even a jacket, it's a coat.
It's a coat.
It was like
a coat.
just short of having fur on him. Like, that's how it felt. It was very elegant.
Elegant.
Mhm.
I was going to say that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 thumbs way up for Will Neff.
Yeah. This is a Will Neff appreciation stream.
Yeah. We should actually just make a sign that says that instead.
We love Will Neff. He's so cool.
Well, what other projects are you working on right now? What 5 are you working on this time?
So for myself, I want to make Galacta because I just did it and I'm like, all right, problems are all solved. Let's just make one for me. Turn off brain. Let's go. And I also want to do Luna Snow from Marvel Rivals as well. It's like going to be the Marvel Rivals year, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
And got the final version of Jinx from Arcane, like her very last version, but there's also a figurine of her wearing Echo's jacket. So I'm gonna throw on Echo's jacket and I'm gonna wear it to Katsucon, which is notorious for being 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be great to have a nice cozy coat. And I also want to make Caitlyn. I don't know which version yet. Oh, actually, I don't even think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna order it on Amazon and I'm just gonna zhuzh it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
I think you deserve a break, Stella.
go.
You work so hard.
Yeah.
I remember there's like sometimes that you make public like statuses or posts or something being like, I don't work hard enough. I feel like I could do better. And I'm always like, that's an insane thing for you, Stella Chuu, to say. Like, I feel like a normal average person's 10 is, or your 10 is a normal, what am I trying to say? When you say that you're not working hard enough, you're working at an average person's like 15 is what I'm trying to say. It's crazy.
I literally was about to record a video yesterday that encumbered all of this, but also with my BL as well, because I need to rope in. I need an excuse to talk about yaoi. My video was going to be like, you guys, you ever just feel like existential crisis? You're not doing enough, like you're not achieving enough in life, and all those dark thoughts start coming down on you. You're scrolling, you see all your friends succeeding. It's fine. All you have to do is turn on some smut and just listen to smut. Just listening to 2 fantasy creatures having hot sex with each other, and you don't have to think about the dark thoughts no more.
No. I think that they should teach that in schools.
Honestly, don't need no therapy. Therapy's expensive.
Therapy is expensive.
Yeah, you just download some fan fiction.
BL, the BLHQ podcast coming to you on Spotify.
Also, the reason why BL's so great is because gay sex, the people who write gay sex write it so well. People who write heterosex is so boring.
It is.
Heterosex is so boring. I don't know why. I don't make the rules, but I've tried it. And people who write about heterosexual sex, the sex is just lame.
Bland.
And then gay
Seasoned
sex,
bliss.
so good.
Yeah.
Not just gay sex, but like queer sex in general. Just like non-hetero sex is just so interesting for some reason. It's
Feel passionate.
poetic. It's
Yeah.
poetic. They use flowery language. It's so well done. You know, these people like went to school for literature.
Yeah, because they care, I think, a lot.
They care a lot about
Yeah.
what happens between 2 penises.
There's emotional depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, depth. How deep does it go?
And physical depth, I guess. Lots of depth across the board.
Yeah.
So that's those are the costumes you're working on right now?
Yeah. How many was that? Was that all of them?
That was Jinx. That was Galacta. That was
Luna Snow, Caitlyn, and then I'm making Hatsune Miku for Baby No Money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go meet up with somebody next week to get their measurements.
Nice.
I'm going to make them Viego from League of Legends.
Fun.
Yeah. It would be a
Exciting.
sexy Viego.
So only 5 projects right now.
Let's 5 and then coming soon 6.
6
And then,
projects right now.
another friend is coming. Raven Grimm is coming over next week.
I love
Okay, cool. Let's all hang out.
her. She's the best.
Yeah, she wants me to make her costume. Originally, we talked about Sango from Inuyasha or zhuzhing up her Shishomaru costume. But we'll see what she wants when she gets here, and we'll like really deep dive on it because I haven't had time to tackle her Sango at all. My fault.
I have never seen Inuyasha, so I don't know what that character looks
Ooh,
like.
you gotta watch Inuyasha. I feel like
No.
it's in your wheelhouse.
Probably, I would think so. I love a shonen.
This one's a shoujo.
Oh.
Yeah, wait.
fun.
Okay, quick plot. This girl from our world isekais into the past to where her ancestors were, and she realized that her ancestor had like imprisoned this demon boy who's like a dog demon, and he wants revenge on her because he thinks that she's the one who imprisoned. She smells the same. They're descendants. And they have to go on an adventure to piece together this like 1,000 shard jewel thing. And along the way, he slowly falls in love with her, and she slowly falls in love with him. And she has to travel back and forth between her world and his world because she has to go to school.
What? That's crazy.
And there's a guy.
Got shit to do.
There's another guy. He's a priest. He's has this like hole in his hand that sucks in everything. It's like a black hole that'll suck in anything, like a vacuum cleaner. And he's cursed to have it forever. And he passes it on to his offspring. So his father had it. He has it. His son's gonna have it. So his goal is to, instead of dying, his goal is to go fuck as many women as possible so that he can have babies who will help him get rid of the hand thing. Because he has to get revenge on the guy who gave it to him. So he hits on absolutely everybody.
Okay.
And he's like Brock from
Is that
Pokemon.
the one with the big, long, white hair?
No, that's Shishomaru, and that is Inuyasha's big brother. And Shishomaru can get it. Shishomaru can get it. He can hurt me and then impregnate me. I don't give a fuck. He's hot.
Okay.
So hot.
I'm pretty sold. Well, Raven is amazing.
Yay!
I love her
I'm so excited to
much.
hang out next week.
We did the Halloween stuff together.
Yeah!
The clowns. Yeah, it was really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yay. Well, thank you so much for being my very first guest on this show. Where can we find you on the internet? What platforms are you using the most right
I
now?
would say Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok are my 3 mains right now. But I'm also on YouTube. And yes. Oh, Blue Sky. Yeah. I'm on Blue Sky as well.
Blue Sky.
Yeah.
And do you have any conventions or events you're going to soon?
I'm going to be at Katsucon for fun. I'm going to be at a couple of Galaxy Cons the rest of the year. I'll be guesting at them. I'm going to be hosting not hosting. I'm going to be judging the cosplay contest at Boba Bear on February 20th. Yeah.
Fun.
That's why I'm I'm going to buy Caitlyn off of Amazon and then tell everyone else how their costumes aren't good enough to win first prize at a boba shop. So please forgive me. I've got shit to do, guys. I've got shit to do.
That's so good.
I can't wait to show up in a store-bought costume.
I will be judging you all.
Yeah.
Your Amazon
God.
tags hanging out.
Oh my god. If someone doesn't light me on fire, I'll be surprised. They're gonna be like, fucking Stella Chuu. And I'll be like, yeah, I did. Whoopsies. Sorry. I want to sleep more.
Incredible. Yay. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Bye.
So, Stella, I heard you like monster fucking.